Welcome to the Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week. It's a special Friday night homecoming edition presented by Wendy's. We are live in Heartland at Arrowhead as the Warhawks take on the Wolverines from Waukesha West. Thanks for joining us. I am Mike McGivern with Sports Radio 1250 WSSP, and this is the Sports Radio 1250 pregame show. I'm joined by the two head coaches tonight's game, Greg Malling and Steve Rux. Greg, let's start with you. It's homecoming week, and every high school football coach I talk to always says, why don't you basketball coaches take homecoming week for one time? A lot of distractions going on in homecoming week. Do you enjoy it?
Honestly, no. Yeah, of course not. You know what I mean? And if we have to have it, of course, I wish it wasn't an opponent like this. But, it is what it is, and it's good for the school. And, the kids do a good job of blocking it out.
Yeah, good for the school, community, and everybody absolutely gets together. Same question, Steve. I know I've got a feeling that you probably don't like it so much either, but not so bad when you're playing a team and it's their homecoming. I think there's a lot of distractions during that week.
Yeah, I think there is. We're just coming over here. We get off the bus. We're ready to play, and it's a great stadium playing against a great football team. So we're ready to go and excited about playing this game.
You bet. Greg, let's come back to you. Last year was a magical season. You ran the table, state champion team, new kids this year. Defensively, boy, this group right now is playing at a high level, all cylinders. Offensively, not scoring the points you did last year, but certainly playing well enough to win. And defensively is certainly the side of the ball that's getting a lot of attention right now.
Well, yeah, and it should. I think it was a good defense and was a little bit overshadowed last year. And this year they've kind of carried us through as we're sort of figuring things out offensively. It's it's something the kids all understand. It's a team game and all of that. So, whatever phase is hot, go with it.
3 yards in a cloud of dust you've said on the scoreboard show, and we all chuckle a little bit, but certainly, just a different mindset on how to finish games and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, we did have to, and that's a growing phase for us as coaches, learn a different approach to what we're doing to fit the kids. So.
Sure. Coach, coming back to you, Waukesha West right now playing pretty well. Obviously, we had the McGuanago game, really a good step, obviously, and a great game for us to have and to get a win at. This game tonight is going to say a lot about who wins this conference, I think, and certainly when you see Arrowhead on the schedule, you guys kind of look at it and say, okay, that we need to be hitting on all cylinders when we play them.
Yeah, you want to take it 1 week at a time. We play a lot of great teams in the Classic 8. We're fortunate to be right here right now at 5-0. And, Coach is undefeated in the Classic 8 and, great game against Homestead. So, it's a big stage, and obviously it's a different week. There's a lot at stake. We're going to try to put everything out on the field and see what happens and, hopefully leave everything on the field.
You bet, boys. I'm going to cut you loose. On the other side of the break, John Weiser, Dick Bashams with the keys of the game. It's the Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week, a special Friday night edition presented by Wendy's.
Welcome back to Pfeiffer Memorial Field and Taraska Stadium in Heartland Arrowhead here tonight as we've got week 6 of the high school football season set to kick off. Dick, a playoff atmosphere, I think, here tonight between these two schools.
Well, it sure is. We got a 4-1 team and a 5-0 team, but they're both undefeated in the conference, and the winner's going to have the leg up, I think, in the conference race championship here.
Let's talk a little bit about Waukesha West coming into this ball game here tonight, undefeated, and hey, let's start out with talking about their outstanding running back, Elijah Ford.
Well, he is a great running back. I think he's the best back that we've seen this year. He's 5'7", 5'9", 170 pounds. He's very fast. Has 1,000 yards already this year, averaging over 8 yards a carry, and he's going to have a lot to say about West's success tonight, I think.
Another player to keep an eye on for the Wolverines tonight, he's all over the field, and that's Drew Rhodes.
Well, Drew Rhodes last year was playing quarterback in this game. Tonight he might get in at quarterback a little bit, but you're going to see him as a free safety most of the time. And he's also their leading receiver, and you're going to see him returning kicks. So he's going to do a little bit of everything, and he's right in the middle of everything, so he's going to be an important player tonight.
For Arrowhead here tonight, an outstanding wide receiver, a long line of the Finkel family. Ricky Finkel being spotlighted here tonight.
I don't know if he's the last one or not, but they've all been really good. And he was an all-state player last year as a junior, had 43 catches for over 1,000 yards. This year he's got 18 catches, not quite as fast a pace as last year, but their team is a different type of team this year. But he's going to be real important. He also is a kick returner for them.
Billy Hirschfield, also an outstanding player defensively for the Warhawks.
Well, Billy Hirschfield, you won't have any trouble finding him. He's 6'6", 270 pounds. He's a basketball player, but most importantly, he's a defensive end, and he's going to have a lot to say. Coach Malling thinks he's probably the best in the state, and he'll have a lot to say. I think he could be a problem possibly with his hands and batting down passes tonight. That could be important.
That leads us now to the keys to the ball game tonight.
Well, I think for Waukesha West, it's really important that they stay out of predictable situations and be unpredictable, as I say, and be assignment smart on defense. They cannot give up any big plays, and they need to have less turnovers than Arrowhead. Turnovers will be important tonight.
And looking ahead to Arrowhead tonight.
Well, Arrowhead needs to tackle well. They have a lot of good athletes on that West team, and they need to contain Elijah Fort. They need to have an effective passing game tonight, and they need to pressure the West quarterback.
We're expecting an outstanding ball game. Stay tuned. We've got the kickoff for you right after this. Special homecoming edition of Thursday Night Lights, presented by Wendy's tonight, Friday night in Heartland, Wisconsin. The Arrowhead Warhawks taking on the Waukesha West Wolverines. Right now, we're going to enjoy our national anthem performed tonight by the Arrowhead Marching Warhawk Band.
The Arrowhead Marching Warhawks, under the direction of Mr. Jacob Polantic.
Standing room only tonight for this Classic 8 contest between these two teams. Arrowhead with just one loss in the last two seasons. They were 13-0 a year ago, Dick. They won it all at Division I level, and they just rolled through their competition a year ago. Not so much the case this year, as you mentioned, a little bit different offense for this Arrowhead team this year.
Well, they lost a lot of great players. I think they have three back on that started and played a lot on offense and the same on defense. But to be sure, they have a lot of very good players here. You can see on their sideline they have almost twice as many players as West does. But West, in those that band of 35 or 40 players they've got, they also have some very good players.
You get a good look at the press box and the lower level suites that they have set up here for their fans, and just a beautiful facility here at Taraska Stadium. It is one of the best, if not the best, in all of high school in southeast Wisconsin.
Well, that's the way it should be, in my opinion. More schools, if they had the money, could invest in something like this. Because it's good for the community, it's good for the kids, and it promulgates a lot of pride.
Let's head downstairs to our third member of our group, Mike McGivern, with a little tidbit here before we kick off.
Hey guys, I got to tell you something that was really cool. This year's team went through a line and shook hands with the players from the '93 state championship team, and they kept saying, remember the past and look to the future. Really kind of a cool moment for this team.
That is true.
That's
they are
cool.
honoring
Yeah.
that first ever state champion back in '93 for this Arrowhead program. Waukesha West won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. So the Wolverines will kick off. The Warhawks will receive to our left. Ricky Finko and Jake Miller will stand deep awaiting the kick. Ben Milzer does the place kicking for the Wolverines. And the last time we had them on, quite an exciting game, an overtime thriller in Mukwonago.
If this one is half as good as that, it'll be a great game.
So sit back and enjoy a homecoming edition, special Friday night edition of Thursday Night Lights. We are underway at Heartland. And Miller will take it at the 2. Up the far hash, across the 10. Gets to the 15, and he is smothered there defensively. Getting in there defensively, Konowalski. David Konowalski on special teams in to cover up Miller and put him down near the 15-yard line.
Well, that was it was a very good high kick and allowed the team to get the coverage team to get down and get in position to make the play and get Arrowhead backed up to the 15-yard line.
Blake Milkey coming in at quarterback, a junior, 6'2", 180. He's also the team's leading rusher coming into the game here tonight. We'll see a lot of his play action and a lot of running on the option play.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher besides being their quarterback.
They'll line up 3 to the left here on 1st and 10. Low snap, the hand to the tailback. Gets out across the 20 to the 21-yard line. On the carry that time, that was Ty Yeager, a senior, his first carry, and they'll go to a hurry-up brought down by Grabo. Joe Grabo, the defensive tackle.
Yeah, Arrowhead's not going to huddle up. They get all their signals from the sideline.
2nd and 5. And this is the quarterback option. Milkey trying the left side. Wolverine defense ready. Short gain for Milkey, the quarterback on the play. Dyson Chimura, good to see him in the lineup here tonight. He missed that Mukwonago game a few weeks back due to injury.
Yeah, he was coming off a sprained ankle, and he's very important to them.
Gain of 1 sets up a 3rd and 4 for the Warhawks. They'll go twins left, twins right here. Single back in the backfield will be Yeager.
This is a key play, even though it's the first series of the game, I think, to establish whether they can get the first down or West whether they can stop them.
Milkey will keep it, trying to go straight ahead. He's going to be stopped short of the first down. Barely got to the 30-yard line. Out of the bottom of that pile, Radloff and Hippus, Sam Hippus, the inside linebacker, along with Blake, or I should say Nick Radloff, the junior linebacker, making the stop, forcing the punt.
Well, that's good for West. They've established that their defense is solid. Even though they've given up quite a few yards this year, they do have a good defensive front.
Tyler Margirth will punt this one away. Margirth averaging about 32 yards per kick. We'll have Rhodes and Chimura standing near midfield. Gets a good snap. Nice kick. And they'll let it go. It'll bounce inside the 35 and roll dead at the 33. So a very good kick, downed on the play by Rob Johnson. And so the Waukesha West Wolverines will get their first possession here early, 2 minutes into our contest here tonight.
Yeah, that I'm surprised they let that kick go. They got lucky on the bounce. It went sideways rather than down the field.
Connor Blount will come in at quarterback, the sophomore. 6'1", 180. Penalty markers on the first, before we get the first snap offensively for the Wolverines. It'll be a false start penalty here.
Somebody flinched on the left side. I couldn't tell who it was.
We'd like to thank First Bank Financial Center for being our first down sponsor on Thursday Night Lights. First Bank Financial Center, one bank, one resource. The referee tonight headed up by Jack Fleming, his 20th season as a football official here in southeastern Wisconsin. 1st and 15 for the Wolverines. Blount will hand it off. Fort stumbles across the 30, and had he not lost his balance, had some more yardage to pick up.
Yeah, he did. He was, I think, surprised a little bit and then just stumbled enough that he couldn't regain his balance. But he probably would have gone quite a ways had he been able to stay on his feet.
Fort over 1,000 yards, picking up 4 there. 1,006 yards coming into the contest here tonight. Had a 300-yard rushing game a few weeks back.
Well, he's very dynamic. He can take it inside, but he also has the speed to get outside and do a lot of damage out there as well.
He's the tailback here in this tandem, and he'll get the call, and he's wrapped down from behind. Pulled down from behind the line of scrimmage that time. I believe it was Sam Seenbucker that got in there to make the stop. We take another look.
Yeah, they shot the gap there and came in behind the play. Somebody did step down, and they need to do that more as many times as they can tonight, because that's the only way you can stop him, I think, is get him in the backfield before he gets going.
Seenbuckner, a senior and a 2-year starter on that Arrowhead defense, sets up 3rd and long. 3rd and 13. They'll spread him out. 3 receivers here to the near side. Single back is Fort. Blount looking to throw, now on the scramble. Coming near side. Tosses it up for grabs, and it's intercepted. Picked off near side. Andy Hessler near the 35-yard line. Well, there was pressure, and he was hit from behind just as he delivered that football, and Hessler, with the easy pick that time on the wounded duck, sets up Arrowhead at the 36-yard line as we get another look.
Yeah, you can see it gets flushed out to the left here. You can see Hirschfeld after him, and he's probably the guy, I think, that gets on him a little bit. Yep.
It was Billy Hirschfeld.
Connor Bond is a sophomore, and I think that was probably a sophomore mistake. He probably should have eaten it or tried to throw it out of bounds.
Down to the sideline to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I used to love watching Joe Panos play football because of the passion and the fire he had. Now I'm loving watching him coach. He's coaching up the offensive line, the same amount of passion and fire he had as a player. It's really fun.
Milky will keep it, takes it inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Nick Radloff in on the stop defensively for the Wolverines.
Just a straight ahead give to Yeager there, and then West covered it pretty well.
Gain of about 3 sets up 2nd and 7 here for Arrowhead. Taking advantage of the turnover. Dick, you pointed out that was going to be one of the keys tonight for Arrowhead. They need to win that battle.
Yeah, I think we'll see how they can get out of this with maybe just a field goal or nothing. They're going for it right here.
Go deep, looking for Finkel, running underneath, makes the catch. Touchdown! Touchdown, Arrowhead, Ricky Finkel. 34 yards on the scoring strike, the senior. Running underneath that pass, Cody Kujawa was in coverage, but Finkel beat him inside the 10 and just simply ran underneath the football to make the catch.
Well, that's a linebacker running with a wide receiver, which is a bad match to start out with. The ball was perfectly thrown. It was a great catch because he didn't have a lot of room to work with once he got his hands on it. But that's what the Finkel boys have done all the years that they've been playing.
It's only his 2nd touchdown of the year for Finkel, but beautifully thrown ball, excellent execution, outrunning the linebacker. Attack on the extra point. It is up and through. 7-0 Arrowhead, taking advantage of the Hessler interception. As you get a look at Finkel on the bench, we had highlighted him in the pregame, right. Dick. He is, again, part of that great Finkel athletic family out here.
Well, he has speed. He's got great hands. He's a basketball player, as we said earlier. And, just an all-around athlete, and if you give him a chance, he'll make it hurt. Now we got to see if Waukesha West can recover from this. They really kind of gave him one that they didn't want to give him. They spotted him 7 points. Now they got to get their offense going.
So the interception cashed in for points for Arrowhead. They get the early strike here, a homecoming night. Very special Friday night edition of our Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's. John Weiser, Dick Basham, Mike McGivern, and Kara all here tonight. Again, we want to remind you that Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. That's my24milwaukee.com.
Well, one thing you don't want to do with a team that has a really good defense is give them 7 points to work with. They can take a few more chances now because they have something in the bank already.
This will go into the end zone for the automatic touchback. That's a great weapon to have. Kicking it straight in the end zone. Trevor Osling, the place kicker here for Arrowhead, able to drive that one through the end zone, and Waukesha West will take it at their own 20.
Arrowhead always has good kickers. They take pride in it. You can see the coach on the sideline right there talking to the boys. That's Jeff Steinbach, and he, former athletic director here, is now retired, but he coaches the kickers for Arrowhead.
Blount, see how he responds after the interception. Fort, the tailback, will get the call. Met in the backfield, spun out of a tackle, breaks it across the 25 out to the 26. Pickup of 6 that time by Fort, all on his own. Tyler Marguth there to make the stop defensively along with.
Well, I think you're seeing here Arrowhead's strategy, and that is to slash and burn a little bit here and see if they can disrupt that backfield. Once Fort gets going, he's very difficult to bring down because he's so quick and he's got power. But if you nail him in the backfield before he has a chance to get going, that's probably the best way to stop him.
It was Cian Bunkner who got a piece of him in the backfield but was unable to bring him down. 2nd and 4, play action fake. Blount rolling, going to screen pass. Out across the 30, 35, short of the 40-yard line. 16-yard pickup and a first down for Waukesha West.
That's a play they ran 4 times against Mukwonago a few weeks ago. That's to the fullback, Tom McCudden, out in the flat. It was very effective that week, and it was very effective the first time here tonight.
A first bank first down for the Wolverines, just shy of the 39-yard line. Pickup of 13. And West trying to respond, trailing by 7 here. Out of the I formation. Blount will give it to Fort. Fort met at the line of scrimmage, dives forward, got it just across the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 2 on the play for Elijah Fort. Jack Bredeson able to bring him down.
Well, another guy who really was effective in that play was Billy Hirschfeld. He was able to crunch the blockers down inside and constricted the hole. He didn't have any place to run.
2nd and we'll call it 9 here. Play action fake now in trouble, and Blount will go down at the 32-yard line. Bredeson again, the junior, able to come up with the sack on the play, leads the team in that category. That's his 4th of the year.
Well, it was a good fake, but it didn't fool Bredeson, and that's a problem for West. They need to protect the quarterback, as I said in the pregame, that if they don't do that, why, they're going to have a little more problem than you want to deal with, I'm afraid.
Loss of 9 on the play brings up 3rd and 17 here for the Wolverines. They'll work from the gun. Twins left and right. Blount looking to throw. Goes back over the middle. Ball tipped. It's intercepted again. Hensler again coming up with the pick almost at the same spot at the 39-yard line. It was a tip ball. Went off the receiver's hands, and Hessler 2 for 2 tonight.
Well, Andy Hessler, his father is an assistant coach here at Arrowhead. Been here for several years. I've known Andy since he was about 5 years old, and he was running around Menominee Falls sideline. And he's off to a great start tonight. And it's good to see young men have success like that.
5:26 to go here in this first quarter. We'll pause and take a break. A special Friday night edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24. $7-0 Arrowhead. They capitalized on Hessler's first interception, getting a touchdown pass to Ricky Pinko, and now Hessler with a second takeaway off a tip ball has set up Arrowhead at the 39-yard line of the Wolverines. Blake Milkey at quarterback. Ty Yeager in the backfield. He'll roll to the right. And it will be Yeager going up the middle, moving the pile inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line, a pickup of 7 on the play for Ty Yeager, a senior, 5'11", 215-pounder.
Well, he had a good lean, and he just kept that pile going, and it was very effective.
Radloff brought him down as, again, they'll go to Yeager. Yeager inside the 30, should have enough for a first bank first down. Once again, Nick Radloff along with Brett Rux in on the stop. And they're going to the hurry up here. Arrowhead trying to get to that line of scrimmage, call the play, and go.
Well, one thing Arrowhead has nobody going both ways, and West has several players going both ways. I think trying to tire out West is probably part of the Arrowhead plan for tonight.
Milkey from the pistol. Wants to throw. Plenty of time. Going back over the middle. Caught by Miller at the 15-yard line. Jake Miller, his first reception of the night, the senior, brought down by Cody Kujawa down to the 15-yard line. We get to take another look.
Well, nice crossing route. Had trips over there, and he comes underneath between the low inside, underneath coverage and the deep coverage, and the ball's right on the money. Yeah, nice catch, easy catch.
Pickup of 14 on first down. It's the quarterback, Milky, with the keep inside the 15, down to the 13, gain of 2. Brought down by David Konowalski, the defensive end for the Wolverines.
This is a key series for the West defense. I think they really need to see established that they're not going to give him the easy touchdown.
Finko in single coverage. They'll go to him inside the 10. Breaks a tackle to the 5 and out of bounds near the 4-yard line. Kujawa got there first with some help from Hippus. When they had that matchup out there, they spread him out. They had trips to the left side, and Finko lined up in single coverage here near side.
Well, he's pretty much impossible to stop one-on-one because he's so quick and their timing is so good. And their protection is superb. They have, they go 250 at tackle, 295 at center, and another 290 at the right tackle. The two guards are a little smaller, but they got some big boys up in front. It's going to be hard to pressure them.
Pounded inside the 5, down to the 2 is Jaeger. Again, getting in there was Konowalski.
First and goal.
That'll set up a first and goal for Arrowhead. They'll get right to the line of scrimmage and get ready to snap. Taking advantage of Hessler's second interception. First and goal from the 1, low snap. Jaeger to the goal line. No signal yet, got stopped short. Did not break the plane of the goal.
Close.
Awfully close, but stopped inside the 1. Joe Grabo, I believe, saved a touchdown for the moment.
Well, they're running in behind George Panos, and as Mike McGivern said earlier, his dad was a professional player, played for the Badgers as well, so he's about a 300-pounder. It's pretty hard
low
not
snap,
to get
and there's no signal. I thought I heard a whistle before, so
yeah, so did I.
There was a flag on the play. Let's see.
Somebody must have moved illegal procedure. Huh?
No, actually, I think the quarterback, Milky, may have taken a knee when he took that snap. His knee hit the ground, and so they moved it back out near the 4-yard line. Let's take another look. Did his knee hit the ground? Yes, it did, right there.
Right there, yeah, you're right.
The right knee down at the 4-yard line.
That's why there was a quick whistle.
Good call by the officials to catch that one. Third and goal from the 4. And he'll fumbles at the goal line, ball loose, and the Wolverines have it. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Blake Milky had it stripped as he was trying to dive across the goal line, and it's taken away by the defense.
Well, that's just what West needed right there. They started out with 2 interceptions. They needed to make a little luck for themselves, and they did.
Might have been Vetta who came up with the ball. As you see, it got knocked out there. Yeah, Vetta may have gotten the strip and the scoop that time. Let's take another look.
Milky didn't have it tucked away, and they got a hand on it and was able to jerk it out.
There's Vetta falling on it at the 1.
Well, that's huge. Now they got to see if they can get out of here.
Get right to the line of scrimmage. Give it to Fort, tries to bounce it outside. Fort across the 5. Spins his way out to the 9-yard line before he is ripped down there. Nice play by Fort. Andy Hessler able to make the tackle. Elijah Fort, boy, with that bunch formation up the middle there, once he breaks the containment on the outside, he is dangerous.
Well, he's very good at that little jump stop and bounce to the outside. I think the last time we saw him, I said I think he reminds me a little bit of Billy Sims, and he does.
Had McCudden out there with a nice block to set him off that numeral far side. 2nd and 2. Again, Fort works the left side. Again, wrapped up right at the 10-yard line. Good defense that time. Matt Seitz, the senior linebacker there.
Well, Arrowhead is very active on defense. I think it's confusing and taking some of the aggressiveness away from the West linemen. They have all seniors across the front, and they're just not able to latch onto the blocks and sustain them.
They're going to go with the spread them out here. They'll bring in extra receivers here on 3rd and 1 at the 11-yard line.
And they're going with the bunch again.
Tighten it up. Try and get wide, and boy, I don't know.
I don't think he got it.
might not have gotten that extra surge there as they gave it to McCudden, the fullback. Again, it was Cian Buckner who was there on the stop.
I think they're probably going to have to measure this one.
Oh, they're going to give him the first down. Jack Fleming, the referee, eyeing that one, says there's enough as we get a look.
Well, it's hard to tell because the marker is off the field. By rule, it has to be a yard back off the field, and it looked like it was a little bit short from where we were, but obviously we didn't have a very good angle.
Needed to get it just across the 11-yard line for the first down, which they did. We're late first quarter. Wolverines have turned back Arrowhead here at least, trying to get back in this, get some momentum back. 2 interceptions thrown by Blount.
Well,
one of them cashed in for a touchdown.
Right, he's showing a little bit of that he is a sophomore tonight. He had very good presence in that first game with McQuanigo that we saw, and I think tonight maybe it's a little different, a little faster game, a little better defense.
We'll send 2 receivers to the right. Offset eye out of the pistol is Blount. 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll give it to McCudden. Fullback trying to turn the corner. Got the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. May have gotten a yard as we head downstairs to Kara.
Thanks, guys. I'm standing here with Steve Kirchenberg, District Manager of Wendy's Restaurants, and of course, Wendy and Frosty. You guys are obviously huge supporters of high school football and TNL, but can you tell me a little bit about the fundraising opportunities you have?
Please have your local booster clubs. Go to the local Wendy's in your community, and we have many opportunities that the management team at the stores can help you with.
And I know you've got awesome food there. I just tried the flatbread grilled chicken sandwich, but you've got something else coming up?
We just came out today, matter of fact, with the pretzel pub chicken sandwich. On a pretzel bun, it's really yummy and tasty. Please come by and try it.
And thank you very much for being here. Back to you guys.
Connor Blount able to get out of some pressure, finding Chase Sharnick, as we'll take another look here on the scrambling ability of Blount.
Well, again, Arrowhead's all over him, but he's able to migrate out of there and find Chase Sharnick, 6'6", is a pretty good sized target, and a nice run after the catch.
Had it out to the 25-yard line. Gain of 13 and a first down. Final seconds of this first quarter. See if the Wolverines will just let the time wind out. It appears to be what they're going to do.
They can talk it over.
Well, King of the Hill is back. Hang out with Hank Hill and his family and all of his rowdy friends. Don't miss King of the Hill weeknights at 5 right here on My 24. 1 quarter in the books here at Heartland Arrowhead High School, with the Warhawks leading Waukesha West 7-0. A special homecoming edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's. Warhawks celebrating homecoming here tonight, off to a 7-0 start. Our special homecoming edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's. I-24's sister station, CW18, is kicking off the new fall season with the biggest names in music on the 2-night broadcast event of the iHeart Music Festival this Monday and Tuesday, starting at 7 on CW18. Our first play from scrimmage to start this second quarter, a short gain of maybe 1. That site's able to take 4th down.
Well, one of my keys to the game, I said Arrowhead had to be very good tacklers, and they've shown that they really are. They have been able to wrap Ford up and really cut down on his yards after contact that he normally gets.
2nd and 9 for the Wolverines. They'll work out of the I formation, McCudden the fullback, Fort the tailback. And they'll give it to Fort, spinning out of a tackle at the line of scrimmage, may have gotten a yard, and that's it. The Arrowhead defense waiting that time once again. And again, it's Billy Hirschfield who got the first piece on Fort.
Yeah, they just seem to be getting in their gaps, and there's just no place to run.
Andy Hessler also there defensively for the Warhawks, and sets up 3rd and long. Don't want to be down in distance too often here tonight if you're Waukesha West.
Well, I said they needed to be unpredictable, and now this is a somewhat predictable situation. Arrowhead knows they probably have to throw the ball to get a first down.
They'll send Sharnick out here to the right along with Dyson Chimura. And now the officials will stop play. Waukesha West wants to take a timeout here. Safe than sorry, I guess, is the storyline there if
Right.
you're Coach Rux. Be sure everybody's on the same page.
Evidently, they changed their mind. Maybe didn't like the play they had called and didn't have much choice to call timeout and think it over. I think this is a really big play. It's certainly a manageable. 8 yards is not impossible to get for a team that throws the ball as well as West does. But again, Arrowhead is very solid on defense, and I know they have them well scouted. They do have West has some mismatches on the corners. P.J. Shaw, number 34, the Arrowhead corner, is only 5'6", if he's that tall. He's a very good player. But Chase Sharnick is at 6'3". That's a little bit of a mismatch there.
Let's head downstairs to Kara.
Hey, thanks again, guys. I'm standing here with Bill Cash, branch manager for First Bank Financial Center. How you doing tonight, Bill?
Pretty good, Kara. Thank you.
And can you tell me a little bit about First Bank Financial Center?
Well, First Bank Financial Center is a community bank, and we serve our customers in southeastern Wisconsin through 11 branches. We've been headquartered in Oconomowoc for 154 years, and that means that when our branch opens, it was a year before Abe Lincoln took office as President of the United States.
It's been around for quite some time.
Yeah, we're going nowhere.
And you've got a lot of locations in the area?
We do. We have 11 branches to serve.
Oh, that's great. And where can we find out more information about First Bank Financial Center?
Well, you can visit any one of our 11 branches, or you can check us out on the web at fbfcwi.com.
Okay, great. Thanks for being here.
Okay, thank you very much.
And back to you guys in the booth.
Kara, thank you so much. Drew Rhodes set them up on first down as we take a look at this replay here as Fort able to get 13 on this scamper.
Well, in the last 2 plays, you saw Drew Rhodes get that key first down. He got it pretty much by himself in that little quick out pass and ran for the first down, and then you got a chance to see what Elijah Fort can really do.
1st and 10, just shy of midfield. And the delay to Fort. Fort trying to bounce it outside the numerals, far side, gets it to about the midfield stripe, pickup of 1. Matt Seitz again in on the stop defensively for the Warhawks.
Yeah, that was a good tackle by Seitz because Fort was heading to the outside where he could see some open spaces, and he never got there. But West, I think, now is gaining a little more confidence in themselves, adjusting to the quickness of the Arrowhead defense.
And this drive started on the 1-yard line at the fumble recovery late in that first quarter, turning away Arrowhead. Unbalanced line here to the right, play action fake. Blount with time, steps up, looking for a man near side. It's intercepted and out of bounds near the 30-yard line. There was contact with Rhodes, the receiver. No flag, and a lot of contact there as he was bumped off his route. But the officials let it go as we take another look here.
I don't know if that's not interference. I'm not sure what interference is. I mean, both guys have a right to the ball, but one can't knock the other one down to get it, and that's what he did.
Charlie Rudeman there on the interception, but there was contact with Rhodes, the receiver, and head coach Rux on that far sideline was livid that there was no call coming.
Well, he was on the far side, but even from there, he could see what happened, and that I think that was not called correctly.
Blount's 3rd interception of the ball game as they try and get it out to Miller, far side across the 30. Good open field tackle there, as it was Rhodes who brought him down defensively. Drew Rhodes, who was the intended receiver on that intercepted pass.
Well, Drew Rhodes is a terrific player, and he's in the middle of that defense. He's going to be important to stopping this Arrowhead attack.
They'll go trips here to the near side on 2nd and 4. Yoki with time, back to Miller. Miller breaks a tackle out of Dyson Shimura, and then is wrestled down across midfield at the Wolverine 49-yard line. Shimura had a shot at him before he got to midfield, but could not bring him down.
Well, that's that same underneath route that they ran earlier very successfully, and it's a great pattern. It comes out of the trips, and 2 guys go deep and clear it out, and he comes underneath behind the linebackers.
Mark it at the 47, 1st and 10. A First Bank first down here for Arrowhead. And they'll give it Yeager, running it up inside, gets it down inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. Ty Yeager, the 5'11 senior, with a good, strong middle run that time. Joe Grabo, the defensive tackle, brought him down.
Well, the Arrowhead line really is, when they get off the ball, once they get those big bodies of West defensive linemen going backwards, there's not a lot that West can do to stop it.
2nd and 3. And they'll try and run it with Yeager. Yeager down to the 35-yard line. Picks up the first down. Nick Radloff again in on the stop.
I think West is playing without Marcus Kelly tonight as one of their defensive ends. Is a very good player. They miss him, I think, quite a bit. It's hard to replace an outstanding player. They've made some adjustments to try to do that, but it's not the same without him out there. I think he might be back next week.
Trips left side. Yeager the single back. Miller single slot on the right side. And they'll swing it out here to Miller. Makes the catch across the 35. Breaks the tackle into the clear. 10-5 touchdown Arrowhead. Jake Miller coming back, a little bubble screen here out of that slot here on the near side of that trips formation. And Arrowhead capitalizing on the 3rd turnover tonight. Lead it by a score of 13-0.
Now that's a play that probably should have been stopped for a shorter gain than that. You can see that there's a lot of bodies out here, but nobody can get a hand on him. Good blocking. Somehow he comes out of that mess and ends up scoring a touchdown.
Ostling for the extra point. Milky will hold. Good snap. Ball is on the way, and it is no good. Wide to the right. 13-0 it will remain. 7:12 to go here in the first half. The Wolverines turning it over 3 times, and Arrowhead capitalizing twice with 13 points.
Well, that's not the way West wanted to start. I'm sure it's exactly the way Arrowhead wanted to start. I don't think they were expecting to get 3 interceptions in this short of time. But they've taken advantage of it, and West is lucky it's not 21-0 actually.
And a reminder, Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's is available streaming live online. You can log on to my24milwaukee.com, click on the Thursday Night Light link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. That's my24milwaukee.com.
Well, West has some guys back there deep that can take it all the way. I don't know if they're going to get a chance here. First kickoff went in deep into the end zone, and this one looks like it's going to do the same thing.
The one hop and through the end zone.
That's how you nullify good kick returners right there.
So 1st and 10 Wolverines at their own 20-yard line as they try and regroup. 3 picks tonight thrown by Blount. And really that 3rd one somewhat controversial if you're a West fan, because there was contact with Rhodes out there running his route.
Yeah.
And Rudeman able to get the pick, but officials let that one go.
And he did a great job. It was a great catch by him and to keep his foot in. But yeah, the contact I think was a little over the top.
Fake it as Blount will keep it across the 25, just short of the 30-yard line. The fake to McCudden, and Blount able to run it up. Or that was Rhodes actually out of that Wildcat. Tommy Eggert brought him down. Drew Rhodes working Wildcat that time, taking the direct snap.
Well, when I talked to Coach Rux this week, he said you might see Rhodes in at quarterback, and this is his. As I said in the pregame, he was the quarterback last year for this team, and this year has moved into the receiver situation and playing on defense, but he can run the ball.
He'll take over at quarterback here as well. 2nd and 1, just short of the 30-yard line. And again, Rhodes will fake and keep out across the 32. Pickup of 3 and a first down for the Wolverines.
Like Seitz, I think.
That's Seitz, I believe, making the tackle.
You know, you can tell when he tackles the guy because he goes right to the ground. He is a very good tackler, and that's what a linebacker, of course, needs to be.
So this might be an opportunity here, too, Dick, for Blount to kind of settle down here a little bit. Maybe spend some time with the coaching staff on the sideline and settle down just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. He's a little out of sorts compared to what the first time we saw him, although it's a different game, different team.
1st and 10 here for the Wolverines at their own 33-yard line. Fort! And down he goes. Billy Hirschfield, we highlighted him in the pregame, right there. Can't run through him, you have to run around him.
He had to be slashing down on the inside. I don't know if we have a replay on that, but he had to come down and take the inside gap in order to make that play like that.
Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, on the Waukesha West sidelines, they're talking about just settling down, trying to get a few first downs, and they're also talking about what they're going to do with Hirschfield, how they're going to get him out of there, because he's making all kinds of problems for Waukesha West's offensive line.
Rhodes will keep it again. Room up the middle across the 40. Breaks a tackle to 45. Out across midfield to the 49 of Arrowhead. That's Drew Rhodes. Did that all on his own there. Going right up the middle was finally P.J. Shaw, the corner, who brought him down.
Well, he adds another dimension to the offense. Maybe he's not as good a passer as Blount, but he certainly is a good runner. One of the reasons we highlighted him in the pregame is that he's such a dynamic player on both sides of the ball and can do so many things to help you win a game.
Well, maybe the faking the fullback dive, bringing Hirschfield up the field thinking it's going to be a run play, getting him off the line of scrimmage, that's helping Rhodes out.
Well, I'm sure they didn't count on Blount running like that, and now with Rhodes in there, that changes things.
This time it'll be Fort trying to keep it between the hashes, gets it down to the 47-yard line.
Now they pretty much made sure that Blount is not going to get loose on him. He got that one run for about 25, but it's not like he has been running averaging 8 yards a carry.
Steve Rux, the clipboard in his right hand, as you see on the screen, the head coach here for the Wolverines. Jeff Trickey, also there with the headset on, just to his left. 2nd and 8, we'll call it here, from the Arrowhead 47. Now we got a timeout taken here by Arrowhead. So 4:13 remaining here in this first half. We'll take a break. Arrowhead capitalizing on 3 interceptions tonight. They lead it by 13. A special homecoming edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's. Waukesha West with the ball, trailing by 13 as we get set to resume play here, second quarter at Heartland Arrowhead. Now it's time to tackle the Kaplan University Trivia Challenge. Text KAPLAN, Kaplan, to 58447 to play for a chance to win a Kindle Fire. Message and data rates may apply. You'll receive 2 messages with a trivia question and answer. If you need assistance, text HELP for some assistance. Mobile privacy policy and terms and conditions available on my24milwaukee.com. 2nd and long, 2nd and 8 we'll call it here, just across midfield. Rhodes on the draw, nowhere to run, and down he goes, and that was all set up again by Hirschfield, who was in the backfield immediately and brings him down for his 4th sack of the season.
Well, when he comes down hard inside, they're having trouble handling that block, and as long as they continue to do that, and West isn't able to stop it, Arrowhead obviously will keep doing it, and it's been very effective, and that's how you stop Drew Rhodes.
A loss back to the Wolverine 47-yard line, brings up 3rd and 14. Twins left and right. Single back is Fort. Bring Rhodes in motion. Wants to pass. Hit from behind. Ball is loose. Scoop forward. Wolverines will fall on it, I believe, back at the 32-yard line. Was his hand going forward? That's the question there. Cian Buckner was there again.
I don't think it was. I think that actually was a fumble. He handed it off to Rhodes. And then, it's close.
It is very close there
very
as the
close.
ball is loose. Hirschfield had a chance to pick it up, could not.
The ball didn't really go forward, so I don't know. Here we got a better look at it, right?
Nope, that's a fumble.
I would say that would be a fumble, yeah.
Rolled right off his fingertips. Wolverines did recover, but it brings up 4th down. They will have to punt. So they will punt this one away. Miller will take here across the 35. Spins out of a tackle at the 45 and is ushered out of bounds at midfield. Nice return. Gain of 17 on that return. Nick Radloff finally rolled him out of bounds, but that sets up Arrowhead right at midfield here with 2:27 to go, leading by 13. Well, they have been making the plays here tonight when they needed to. That Arrowhead defense getting 3 interceptions tonight, and then the near fumble recovery here on that little jet sweep pass play that they had set up there with the handoff to Rhodes.
Well, I think West has kind of been their own worst enemy here. They just have not been able to make plays when they needed to, and Arrowhead has.
Whistle on the play, flag comes down, stopping play. Jack Fleming, our official, heading up our officials here tonight, the referee. This gives us an opportunity to remind you, if you like Family Guy, you'll love the Cleveland show. There'll be good times, some bad times, even a bear, so don't miss his mustached face. It's the Cleveland show, weeknights at 5:30, right here on My 24. I'll start penalty here on the Warhawks. Sets up a 1st and 15, ball back at the Arrowhead 45-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining for the Warhawks here. 3 receivers to the right. Yeager the single back. And it's going to be Milky the quarterback. And he runs right into a wall there. Nick Radloff got his mitts into him and takes him down to the turf for a short gain.
Yeah, that was a good
now
tackle.
has 7 tackles tonight for Nick Radloff.
Here you can see it right here. He just follows the back right through the hole.
Second and 11 here for Arrowhead. Milky wants to throw. Now runs it up the middle on the scramble.
That's
Milky's dangerous. He's got the edge around Chimera. Across the 40 and out of bounds. Stopping the clock at the 35-yard line. Dyson Chimera finally ushered him out, but he had the angle that time to pick up the extra yardage on Chimera. Blake Milky, the quarterback, on the scramble to the right.
Well, coming into the game, he was the leading rusher. He had a few more, just about 10 more yards than Ty Yeager, the running back, did. But there you can see why. He does have the speed that if you don't contain him, he's going to get out and hurt you.
17 and a 1st down, and they'll run the jet sweep here as they try and get the edge here on the near side. And the play was strung out nicely. Ricky Finko on the carry. Finko's been quiet after that early touchdown. Really haven't called his name much. Arbrian Dunson-Lilly back in the lineup defensively for the Wolverines. Finally takes him out of bounds.
Well, West has their nickel defense, and they're playing with just 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and then they've got 6 defensive backs in the game.
Short gain of 3 sets up 2nd and 7. Mailing in his staff on that Arrowhead sideline. Again, Yeager, not much doing there as the Wolverines were ready. Again, that snap was low from Panos. He's been snapping him rather low, and Milky dangerously close to putting that knee on the turf when he receives that snap, as Arrowhead will take their 2nd timeout. Well, for scores and updates for all of the key high school football games in the area, tune in to the Wendy's Varsity Blitz High School Scoreboard Show. Join our own Mike McGivern and High School Hall of Fame coach Ron Davies. Mike obviously here tonight, so that could mean Coach Davies might be flying solo tonight. Who knows? But that's Friday nights at 7, only on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. And that, my friends, could be dangerous if Ron Davies is flying solo tonight.
Well, I got news for you. He's not. He's got another old-timer there with him, Kerry Vinay, and we'll see if Kerry gives Ron a chance to talk.
Touche. Kerry Vinay, longtime coach in the area. They might not take any calls or any highlights. They'll just talk about coaching for all night long.
Yeah, they could. The 2 of them, I can tell you that.
I've known Ron back in the days when he was at Tremper High School. As you get a look at Steve Rux, the head football coach for the Wolverines of Waukesha West.
His dad was a coach, Ed Rux at Oconomowoc for many years. Very good coach. He's got it in his blood.
3rd and 6 following the Arrowhead timeout. They have 1 remaining here in the half. They'll send Yeager in motion to the right. Milky wants to throw back over the middle. Ball tipped.
Nice.
And it is intercepted. And a nice play there.
That was Dunson Lilly, I think, that picked that off.
Aubrey and Dunson Lilly. Let's take another look here as he was able to control the tip. Yep. Right through his hands once, fouled the ball, and came right back up with it.
Yep.
Beautiful job that time by Aubrey and Dunson Lilly. Back in the lineup. Missed the last couple of ball games. Back in there tonight.
Well, he had to get his grades in order. And last year in this game, he was the running back. Elijah Fort was getting his grades in order. Now they both have the grades in order, and they're both playing, and that's good to see.
Run the draw play to Fort. Fort met at the line of scrimmage and driven back there.
Well, there's only 1:17 left here in the half, but it really would be nice if West could get something on the board some way. They will get the ball to start the second half because they deferred.
Go officially as a loss of 1. Andy Hessler, who's got a couple of picks tonight, able to bring Fort down for a loss of 1.
Andy Hessler's had a very good first half. Between he and Hirschfeld, it's been a tough time for West.
McCudden the fullback, Fort the tailback. We'll give it to Fort again, spinning off tackle left side, breaks a tackle across the 25, out to the 27-yard line. Hessler again was there defensively.
Looks like West's strategy is, well, we're not going to do anything to give up any more points the first half. We're going to start the second half and try to come down and score right away and cut it to 1.
It's actually Cian Buckner again, who kind of from the seat of his pants was able to bring Fort down. West will get to the line of scrimmage. They'll have 10 seconds in which to snap here.
I don't know, why wouldn't just heave it down the field and see if you can get lucky here?
Give it to Fort. Maybe they'll get lucky here. Fort up to the 40-yard line, and he is stopped there as time will run out. So Elijah Fort with a good, strong run that time. Tommy Eggert, the free safety, to step up and make the tackle, but the homecoming celebration here at halftime about to begin for the Warhawks, and they will head to the locker rooms here leading by 13. They take advantage of the 3 picks, open up a 13-0 lead on Waukesha West. Our special Friday night homecoming edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's. My24's Thursday Night Lights halftime report is sponsored by Zero in Wisconsin, brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. Turnovers the story here in this first half. Wolverines throwing 3 interceptions. The Warhawks capitalizing on 2, getting them into the end zone, leading by 13. John Weiser, Dick Basham, Mike McGivern, and Kara, and our entire My24 crew back with you at Heartland Arrowhead High School as Classic 8 battle here. A couple of undefeated teams in conference play. And again, the homestanding Warhawks taking advantage of the turnover situation so far tonight. Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, got a special guest, 2 of them, Fuzzy Merrick and his son Sam. Fuzzy was the starting quarterback 93-94, back-to-back state championships here at Arrowhead. 32-1 as a starting quarterback. 32-1. Not bad. I don't want to talk about the 1. Hey, how cool is that you guys came back? I really like the fact that your guys came back together. First time Arrowhead school history, they won state championship with you back-to-back.
Yeah, it was great. You know, it was 93 was the first year ever that Arrowhead had won a state championship. 20-year anniversary. Got as many guys back as we could, and great time. Great to see everybody. It's been awesome.
So I'm talking to a couple of the old guys, and I said, tell me about Fuzzy as a player, and I'm not kidding. Each and every one said the same word, leader, that he was one of the best leaders the school has ever seen. How cool is that guys that have been here a long time, when they think of you and your career, they think that you led this team to 32-1?
It's an honor. I mean, outside of the play and everything else, that means the most to me. You know, we had a great group of guys. We worked really hard. We all clicked. You know, it was great chemistry, and I think that's what it takes to win. You know.
Hey, the facilities out here have changed a little bit.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they really have. I ask guys, hey, you're here every day. You don't take this for granted, do you? And they say, no, we really don't, because we remember what it was like back in the day. It was not nearly as nice.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But, you know, it was still nice when we played here.
Sure.
But to come back and see this, you know, from the field that they put in, the stadium, it's absolutely, it's a college atmosphere. It's unbelievable.
It is. Hey, how much do you miss? You know, I know it's been a long time, but you get back to a high school game, played in college, went to Drake.
Yep.
The high school, the high school season in your career, there's always something special about that.
Oh, without a doubt. We love coming back, seeing the games, and you know, I'll tell you what, having all of us as players come back, and for the current team to come and shake all of our hands, and you know,
that was
to
awesome.
them to know what it means for the tradition of this program. That was phenomenal. They still get it.
You know what I liked about it, Fuzzy? They were saying, their coaching staff was saying, boys, don't forget about the past. Look to the future, but don't forget, these are the guys that set the table for us. And I thought that was really cool that they did this. Hey, Sam, are you a football player?
No.
No, you're not? You don't like football? What do you like?
I'm in gymnastics.
Good? Are you a good school? Are you good in school?
I guess.
Yeah? And there you go. Gymnastics is good in school. Neither one was I very good at. Boys, back to you up in the booth.
Mike, thank you very much. 13-0 Arrowhead over Waukesha West. Back with more after this on My 24. My 24's Thursday Night Lights halftime report, sponsored by Zero in Wisconsin, brought to you by the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. 13-0 Arrowhead on top of Waukesha West, taking advantage of 3 first-half interceptions, taking 2 of them into the end zone for the score. The difference in our ball game here tonight. Battle of unbeaten teams in the Classic 8 Conference, going a long way to determine the champion of the Classic 8 this season.
Well, certainly not the first half that West wanted to have, and I'm sure Arrowhead will take it and not look back. West gets the ball first in the second half, and they need to come out and establish something. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night for them, I think.
Well, let's head back downstairs to the sideline, and Kara with a special guest here tonight.
Thank you guys very much. I'm standing here with Trooper Chris Perales with the Wisconsin State Patrol. How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Good to hear. I'm great. We've been hearing a lot about the Zero in Wisconsin Safety Traffic Campaign. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Sure. What it is that's our goal, is 0 deaths in Wisconsin by motor vehicle accident. That's our goal. And we just want to get the word out and reduce our fatalities.
And how can you achieve this?
What you can do is, it's real simple. Slow down, put the cell phone down, make sure you wear your seatbelt, don't drink and drive. If you're going to, use a designated driver.
Okay, and these are all really unspoken rules. I mean, we all know not to text, not to drink and drive. Do you encounter a lot of this on the road as you're on duty?
The texting we do once in a while, it's you do see it. Not a lot, but you do see it.
Right.
But a lot of the inattentive driving type issues. People are on the phone, doing things in the rearview mirror, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm. And now I live downtown Milwaukee, and there are a lot of people, a lot of bicyclists. How can you be safe on the road in terms of bicycling?
Well, the bicyclists, give them their space if you can. One thing people don't really think about is you're parking your car, you're about to get out of your car. Just a simple thing like making sure there's no bicyclists coming on your driver's side before you get out, so you don't hit them when you open your door. That causes some pretty serious injuries as well.
And one thing I learned tonight is that bicyclists actually have to follow the same rules of the road that drivers in cars do. Is that right?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Yeah, if they're operating on the highway, they're responsible to follow all the signs as well.
Wow. And just make sure you guys are safe on the road. Thank you very much for being here with us
you.
tonight. And back to you guys.
Well, here's something a little special to go along with tonight's Friday night homecoming events. The great folks from FloorQuest rolled out the red carpet for this evening's halftime homecoming entertainment. As the Cheer and Palm squads took the field via the red carpet tonight, thanks again to the great folks at FloorQuest, your flooring and cabinetry destination, located in the Ridge Point Center off I-94 and 83 in Delafield, plus locations in Sturtevant, Fond du Lac, and Oshkosh. And you can visit them online at floorquest.net. 13-0 Arrowhead on top of Waukesha West in a Classic 8 battle in Heartland tonight. Back with more right after this on My 24. Arrowhead on top of Waukesha West, 13-0 at the half. Taking advantage of turnovers in that first half as we begin our highlight package tonight. Tonight's halftime highlights being brought to you by Action Power Sports. Check out the huge ATV and side-by-side clearance sale going on now at Action Power Sports, Highway 59 and 164 Waukesha, and actionps.com. Dick, as we said, pressure early in that defense for Arrowhead.
Yeah, there's seeing Buckner coming in behind, making a play. Here you're going to see Billy Hirschfield tracking down Blount, forcing a bad pass, ill-advised pass too, I'd say. There was really no chance. He was covered front and back.
Andy Hessler, first of
Here's
two
the
picks.
Touchdown pass from Mielke to Finkel. Great concentration, didn't have a lot of room, made the catch, got his feet down.
Outran Alex Andrasky, the
right.
corner.
Another look at that. Was a perfectly thrown ball. You can't really do much about it. Here's the fake right here. You're going to see Matt Seitz coming in, making a play. And that's how they got to Blount early in the game.
Victim of a tip ball there off Rhodes.
Right, that's Rhodes probably would say he should have had it. Here's this is Radcliffe, gets his hand on the ball, number 9. You can't think we have another shot at this. You'll see number 9 come in right there and get his hand on the ball. And that was a huge play. Saved a touchdown.
The Wolverines some life here as Fort was able to bust it outside.
Yeah, this is one of his better runs. He had everybody packed in tight and he was able to bounce out. Here's the big first down to Drew Rhodes. Really gets about 11 yards all by himself after he catches the ball for no gain initially. And then the next play, here's Fort getting one of his, probably his longest run of the night. And this is the interception where there was some contact. I really thought that probably should have been called interference, but officials don't have replay to look at, so we'll take it for what it's worth. So to Jake Miller, their leading receiver coming into the game. Here it is again, comes out of the pile right there and takes it all the way for a touchdown. Probably a play that should have been stopped back a ways. Here it is right here, just a quick throw. Cuts inside the block and then bounces back outside. Everybody gets kind of mumble-jumbled and nothing good happens for West.
And Drew Rhodes came in at quarterback trying to spark
Billy
something.
Hirschfeld right there. Then they brought Rhodes in to run the Wildcat. He does a really good job here. He's a good runner. That's the dimension that he adds. And then here's the handoff halfback pass. He gets drilled by, I think, Cian Buckner it was before he can get rid of it. And then here's a throw inside on a slant. And Arbrion Dunson-Lilly makes the tips it to himself, makes a great play.
Again, tonight's halftime highlights are being brought to you by Action Power Sports. Check out the huge ATV and side-by-side clearance sale going on now at Action Power Sports, Highway 59 and 164 Waukesha at actionps.com. And here are the stats from the first half.
Well, 84 yards rushing, as they really earned that. The difference is that 119-yard passing and the good field position they got on the interceptions. You see the turnovers, 3 for West and 2 for Arrowhead. Arrowhead with no consequence, really. First downs are about even. But the stats, because they had such short fields, they don't have a lot of yards in order to get the 13 points they had.
Nick Radloff with 7 tackles defensively in that first half for the Wolverines as well. So 13-0 Arrowhead on top of Waukesha West. We'll take our final halftime break. Back with third quarter action from Heartland right after this. Special Friday night homecoming edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's. 13-0 Heartland Arrowhead on top of Waukesha West. As we get set for third quarter play, we want to thank And take this opportunity, I should say, to thank the great folks at Economy Lift Rental for helping bring these great pictures to you tonight. They have provided the scissors lifts for our cameras this season. So for any aerial platform need, rental, sales, or service, call Mike and Sue at Economy Lift Rental or visit them online at economylifts.com, or you can phone 262-650-1882. Pfeiffer Memorial Field, Tarasca Stadium, the site of this one here tonight. Wolverines will get the ball to start this second half, and Dick, they need something early to happen here in this third quarter. Perhaps on this possession, they need to establish something to get back in this ball game.
Well, good teams go out and make luck for themselves by making plays, and West has not really done that. They're capable of doing it. They have good athletes. They've had a half to get used to what Arrowhead can do, and now they need to come out and make adjustments and make it happen.
Osterling will boot this one into the end zone once again. Third touchback of the night by Osterling will force the Wolverines to start this drive on their own 20. We saw a little bit of Drew Rhodes. Connor Blount came back in late in that second quarter. Blount with 3 interceptions thrown tonight.
Well, it's not a typical night for him, but this is not a typical game, and they're not playing a typical team. He's better than he's shown, I know that. I think I do think that West can take advantage of that matchup with Sharnick and possibly Reutemann, who's only 5'9", and Shaw, the other corner, is only 5'6".
Offset Ima cutting the fullback. Fort the tailback. Play action fake. Blount now in trouble. Has to get rid of it. Dumps it down the field. Completes the pass. David Konowalski with the catch across the 30. Ball came out. And Konowalski was still able to hang on to it. Gain of 12 and a first down. Tommy Eggert there defensively.
Well, it seems like every play there's one guy that West can't get blocked on pass protection, and that guy is coming in and really throwing off the timing of Connor Blount, which is credit to Arrowhead, but they need to get these guys blocked so he has a chance to do what he can. Blount has a chance to do what he's capable of doing.
Officially a 13-yard gain and a first down, first down for the Wolverines. They'll toss sweep to Fort. Fort with some running room out to the 41-yard line. Good strong run that time by Fort. P.J. Shaw brought him down across the 41-yard line.
Now that's something they didn't do at all in the first half. Tossing the ball, get it to him out on the edge in open space where he can take advantage of his speed, and all those guys that are blitzing inside are just being wasted.
Again, coming into the game, over 1,000 yards rushing this year, averaging 8.4 per carry, but has been running into a wall here tonight. Not much running room up the middle. Maybe that'll be the pretense of what will happen here in this second half. Again, Fort with some room, midfield. Cuts it back at the 45, inside the 45, down to the 42-yard line. Elijah Fort with a strong run, his longest gain of the night. Jack Bredesen there to make the stop.
Well, yeah, there's a huge hole there, and he was able to get in the secondary. One thing I will say that Arrowhead's defensive backs do a good job of staying in position, not over pursuing, so they can then eventually make a tackle downfield.
Let's give some credit there to Schnepp, Vetta, Walker, Myers, and Schultz up front.
Yeah, right.
For that Waukesha West offensive line, able to open up the hole for Fort. He'll get the call again. Fort to the 40, and that's about it. Gain of about 2 on the play for Elijah Fort.
Well, I think West is trying to establish here that they can run the ball, and I believe they can. And then mixing it up inside, outside, and keep the defense off balance. Right, the first half, Arrowhead was dictating what was going on. Right now, West seems to be dictating what's going to happen.
Tyler Marguth on the tackle. Short gain of 2. 2nd and 8 for Waukesha West. The opening drive, second half, trailing 13-0. Again, they'll toss it out to Fort left side with some running room inside the 40, inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. Elijah Fort close to a first down, going to be a little bit short. Andy Hessler, who's had a couple of picks tonight, able to make the tackle for the Warhawks.
Well, you can see that once he gets into space, it's pretty difficult to stop him for less than a 5-yard gain, because he has the ability to accelerate in that extra gear, or whatever you want to call it. And he's shown that now just in the first 3 minutes here of the second half.
Third and short, they go to that tight formation and they jump offside. The right tackle fired out ahead of the snap. And They'll take them out of 3rd and 1 and taking them into a 3rd and 6. While they sort this one out, again, a reminder, Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games, including tonight's game, already posted. That's my24milwaukee.com.
Well, I noticed after that play that Blount ran over to the official, and he seemed to be complaining that possibly Arrowhead might have yelled out a signal or something that caused West to jump. Now, I've never actually seen that called in the game. I know there's a rule. It's pretty hard to, it's kind of one of those things, how do you prove it?
Unfortunately, takes him out of 3rd and 1 to a 3rd and 6 here, so it changes the play calling strategy just a little bit here as Blount will work from the gun. Fort, the single back, twin receivers left and right. Rolling out, looking to throw. Blount and throws it incomplete. Blount on the scramble that time was trying to dump it out downfield, was looking for Alex Andrasky.
Yeah, he was there, and I looked like he didn't see the ball even. I don't think he even got a hand on it.
Had some pressure that time by Kevin Driscoll. Let's see if Driscoll was out there. He nearly had the pick, yep.
Oh, no, the Arrowhead did get a hand on it. I have to give him credit. I'm still kind of baffled that they're not getting the ball to Chase Sharnick, because with his size and speed, that they seem to be unable to get it to him.
Milsner will punt. Miller at the 10-yard line awaiting. Jake Miller will signal for and make a fair catch near the 13-yard line. A suspended lawyer is forced to enroll in a community college with a wacky staff and student body. Don't miss Community weeknights at 9 and 9:30, only on My24. Well, the Warhawks get their first possession here tonight in the second half, leading by 13. Had good success tonight. They found Ricky Finko for a touchdown pass tonight. Mike Milkey and Ty Yeager also doing a good job running the ball. Jake Miller getting the other touchdown tonight via the pass. He gets a good snap, hands it off to Yeager, trying the right side. Yeager across the 15, stood up at the 16 and driven back there. Gain of about 3 on the play for Ty Yeager. And it was Joe Grabo there on the stop, along with Cody Kujawa.
Just a slant off the right side. See the handoff to Yeager, and then Milky runs a fake to the outside with the ability to keep it himself if he wants.
Trips here to the near side.
You see him checking their wristbands for the play, which was signaled in from the sideline.
Showing blitz, here they come. They try and swing it up, ball tipped in the air, incomplete. Wolverines were coming that time, a little pressure, and got their hands up, knocked that one down at the line of scrimmage for the incomplete pass. I think it might have been Kujawa on that outside, may have gotten a hand on it.
Well, Arrowhead hasn't been in many predictable situations. This one, it's 3rd and about 6. Kind of in between run-pass situation, more pass than run probably. See what they decide to do.
Actually, the Warhawk player got his hands on it. And again, they try and go to Miller, and it's incomplete. He was open out near the 30-yard line, overthrown, and so Wolverines get their first 3-and-out stop defensively, turning the Arrowhead Warhawks away here on their first possession, second half.
Well, West decided a little bit to run a few blitzes of their own here. Maybe they were saving it for their second half, so Arrowhead couldn't talk about it at halftime. Seemed to be effective. Let's see if they can get a good field position here now on this punt.
Tyler Marguth does the punting, averaging about 32 yards per kick. Drew Rhodes standing near midfield. Dyson Chamur will also drop back, so twin safeties back to receive this punt. This will be taken by Rhodes at midfield. Sidesteps one blocker, gets it down to the 47-yard line, and that's it. 3-yard return for Rhodes, but good field position here for the Wolverines as they get their second possession of the second half as we head back downstairs and Mr. Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, when you haven't given up a point in the first half all year, and now they've gotten a little bit of a drive there to start it, listen to defensive coaches for Arrowhead. what they're saying is, look, nobody runs the ball 3 times and gets 10 yards on us. Don't let it happen again, or we're going to make some changes. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, they've Arrowhead has outscored their opponents 89-0 in the first half, and now you can add another 13 to that.
Offset eye with McCudden and Fort. Blount in under center. Wants to throw, steps up, delivers. Far side Chimera and some space inside the 45 and ushered to the turf near the 42-yard line. Dyson Chimera on the reception. P.J. Shaw able to wrestle him down.
A little bit more dynamic offense here at West has shown there, rather than pounding between the tackles and stuff, now getting the ball out on the outside edges. They've got good athletes. Give them a chance to play in space.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Wolverines. Get out of the I formation. They'll toss it back to Fort. Left side with some running room down to the 40, maybe the 39-yard line where he is chopped down there. Once again, that was Kevin Driscoll there on the stop. Well, let's see.
3rd and 2,
Yep.
3rd and 3, I guess.
They were in this situation earlier, and the penalty caused them to really cost them their last possession. 3rd and long 2 here for Waukesha West. Sharnick split out here to the near side. They're going to go to McCudden. McCudden pounds his way up the middle, going to be short of the first down.
Well, now they got to decide if they're going to go for it or not. They're inside the 40-yard line.
Now what are we going to do?
Probably time to go for it if you think you want to win this game. And they're going to bring in their, I think they'll probably go with that power eye backfield.
4th and 1.
Maybe time to look for a little play action pass off of this.
That power eye formation. Hard count.
Draw him offside.
Blount going to try and draw him offside. Warhawks discipline. Waukesha West will take the timeout.
Whoa, I don't know if I'd have burned the timeout there. Wow. Yeah.
We'll take a break as well. 5:56 to go here in the 3rd. Arrowhead 13, Waukesha West nothing. A homecoming edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's. Waukesha West taking a timeout, facing a 4th and 1 here, midway through our 3rd quarter.
Well, I don't think they have the punt team in there, so now they've burned a timeout. Get in the same formation.
Power eye. McCudden trying the left side, may have enough for the first down. Tom McCudden, the fullback, out of that power eye formation, picks up the first down. A first bank first down for the Wolverines. Driscoll, the senior defensive back, there to make the tackle. Well, it's time to tackle the Kaplan University Trivia Challenge. Text Kaplan, I should say, K-A-P-L-A-N, to 58447 to play for a chance to win a Kindle Fire. Message and data rates may apply. You'll receive 2 messages with a trivia question and answer. Need assistance? Text HELP for help. Mobile privacy policy and terms and conditions available on my24milwaukee.com. Blunt going for it all. Sharnick with a diving attempt in the end zone. Comes up incomplete. Chase Sharnick was there. A nice pass by Blount, and just could not connect in the middle of that end zone.
Well, I think that's been there, and I've been saying I'd like to see him throw more to Sharnick, and he is there. And here's the look at it. Just probably inches away from being a touchdown.
P.J. Shaw got beat that time by Sharnick, and I think Sharnick will be the first to tell you he should have hauled that one in.
Diving usually doesn't work out. You got to stay on your feet.
Toss sweep to Fort inside the 30, finishes the run down at the 29-yard line. Tommy Eggert just simply got in the way of Fort that time to bring him down.
Now again, we're mixing it up. Throw and pass on first down, a little unorthodox for West. Toss sweep out to Fort for the second play, and that's not what they did the first half, and it's been working for him now.
This is all setting up play action because they're keying on Fort here. Fort again with the call. Back to the line of scrimmage, may have gotten a yard, going to be short of the first down. Matt Seitz, we've called his name several times tonight, in on the stop, the linebacker. That's his 5th tackle tonight.
You know, I think a good hard play action fake with just a one-man pattern to draw everybody up and let Charlotte go one-on-one is
4th and short, and they'll go for it again.
Potential, yeah.
Blount getting the play from Steve Rux will take it to the huddle. Of McCudden and Fort in the backfield. McCudden lined up in a wing left side, and now we've got a timeout taken by Arrowhead. So Arrowhead will burn a timeout here with 4:14 remaining in the third.
Well, the Arrowhead defensive coordinator, Sal Logie, it's his first year being the D coordinator, second year working here. I talked to Sal before the game. He was the head coach over at Brookfield East for a couple years, back earlier than this first 10 years of this century, but he's also was at Brookfield Central off and on. But he moved out this way now and really likes it out here. He's done a good job, and he's got a defensive team that represents him well.
Let's head downstairs and visit with Kara.
Thank you guys very much. Don't forget to log on to my24milwaukee.com and vote for the Wendy's High School Football Fanatic. Watch the videos, pick your favorite Fanatic, and cast your vote. The winners receive a Samsung tablet and burgers for a year from Wendy's. Voting ends October 20th. Wendy's High School Football Fanatic, brought to you by Wendy's and My24. Thanks, guys.
Kara, thank you very much, and thanks to Wendy's, our presenting sponsor once again for Thursday Night Lights here on My24. Another critical 4th down here for Waukesha West. They were able to convert on this drive earlier, facing a 4th and 2 here. Blount will work from the gun.
Well, they have their 2 best receivers out here to the right side.
And they'll pitch it back. Fort running the option. Fort diving forward. Boy, it's going to be awfully close.
I think he got it. Yeah, he did.
Second effort on the stretch. May have gotten the first down. They spread him out and then went the opposite direction on a toss sweep to the left side, and Fort picks up the first down. Tommy Eggert on the tackle.
Speed option to the left. Quarterback goes down the line, and when he was attacked by the end, he pitches it to the pitch man who was Fort, and he turns it down the field and gets the first down by inches.
Sustained just enough on Hirschfield that time to get the first bank first down. On the 25-yard line. Fort, again, with some running room, pounds it down to the 20-yard line. Boy, this kid is tough.
Well, he's getting a lot better blocking this half. The offensive line is getting on their people and staying with them, and there's a lot more room to run, and that's what you get when you give them a place to go.
5'9", 170. The tail of the tape on Elijah Fort. Middle of the field, 20-yard line, late here, third quarter. Play action fake. Now Blunt under pressure. Has some running room here on the far sideline, and he'll scamper out of bounds, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, he tried to look downfield. Seitz able to chase him out.
There's that one guy in there again that isn't accounted for, and gets right there, and that is Matt Seitz right there. A little delayed on the blitz there. Waited till the gap opened up, and then he goes right through there, and you can see the guard trying to turn back and wasn't able to get him.
It was Bredson, I believe, on the blitz that time, and it was Seitz who actually ran the quarterback Blount out of bounds. No gain, 3rd and 5. They'll toss it short side. Fort cuts it back. Just short near the...
Could be 4th and short again.
Yep, near the 16-yard line. Again, it's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Tommy Eggert, again, stepping up to make the play.
Well, it's an impressive drive. They're using up a lot of time, but they need to score twice without giving anything to Arrowhead.
You see Steve Rux again, head coach for Waukesha West, as they dial something up here, 4th and inches. Ball just at the 16-yard line, and you get it just inside the 16 for the first down. Blunt will keep it himself and pick up the first bank first down, driving the pile down to the 14-yard line.
Well, that's the old rugby scrum on too, and it's very effective. All right, we're running out of room here. Pretty soon they got to get to the end zone.
Well, spotted, I should say, at the 14-yard line. Rhodes and Sharnick will come to the near side. McCudden and Fort in the backfield. 1st and 10, Wolverines. Fort, big hole to the 10, to the 5, and stopped just shy of the goal line.
Well,
right down at the 1-yard line. And it was Driscoll, once again, who was there. As we take another look.
They're going right straight up the middle, not good block by, I think that was Austin Vetta that came across there and kicked out right there. That's who it was, and got down to the 1-yard line. There's a scrum for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Wolverines. Late signal. They moved it forward, punched it in, and a touchdown by Blount on the keep that time, and Wolverines have cut it to 7 here late in this 3rd quarter.
Well, they showed a little character there. They had several 4th and shorts, and they were able to get them all. Still got a little over a quarter to play, and now they need to play defense again and get that ball back.
Milsner for the extra point, and it's through. 13-7. We've got ourselves a football game here in Merton tonight. Here at Pfeiffer Memorial Field and Taraska Stadium, packed on both sides. Plenty of Waukesha West support on that far side.
Just thinking about this 3rd quarter, the entire 3rd quarter has been played on Arrowhead's side of the field, and that's a real advantage for West, and they put themselves in that position, and that's how they're getting back in the game. Of course, that one extra point now it looms pretty big if West can get the ball back.
Well, be sure to listen to the Wendy's Varsity Blitz High School Football Coaches Show every Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. Mike McGivern and Joe Cook talk to some of the best coaches in the area. This week's guest, none other than Jeff Trickey here at Waukesha West, one of the assistant coaches for the Wolverines. That's Saturday at 10, only on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP.
Well, Jeff Trickey has been coaching for a long time, and he's run some of the best quarterback camps all over the country every summer. And you can see his coaching on Connor Blount, the West quarterback.
So Waukesha West converting 3 4th downs on that drive, cuts the deficit to 6. Miller will take at his own 3. Out to the 22-yard line where he is tripped up there. Good play on special teams. Sam Heppes that time stepping up on special teams to bring Miller down. Arrowhead running only 3 offensive plays here in this 3rd quarter.
And I was just going to say, their offense has got to be well rested. The problem is West defense does have some guys that were playing on offense. Not a lot of them, but there are some.
Ball just across the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Arrowhead. And this will be the direct snap to Johnny Duranzo. Duranzo, the sophomore quarterback, getting his first action here tonight. And a quarterback keep, gets it out to the 25-yard line. David Konowalski makes the tackle.
Duranzo's a little bit bigger, stronger quarterback. I haven't seen him throw the ball yet, so not sure if he's as capable a passer as Mielke is. Just a little change up just to get something going here.
West showing blitz, and we got movement up front. I think the right tackle may have popped out of his stance, Tom Kirsch.
Yeah, I think you're right. The shifting of the West defense spooked him a little bit, and he flinched, and that cost him 5 yards.
Might have been Radloff who was going to jump a gap and force a blitz, and that forced Kirsch to come out of his stance, the 6'6", 290-pound senior. Duranzo going to throw it out there, completes the go out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Ricky Finko, his second reception of the night. Alex Androsky able to usher him to the boundary, and they'll pick up the first bank first down at the 31-yard line.
Well, it was a speed kills, and that's all that was, a speed pass to the outside. Finko caught it in stride and ran to the marker for the first down.
16-yard pickup and a first bank first down here, late third quarter. They'll keep it. Duranzo takes it out to the 40-yard line. Good fake that time by Johnny Duranzo, the quarterback. Cody Kajawa finally brought him down. Duranzo in right now for Milky at quarterback, as we can take a look at that last pass reception by Finko.
You can see he caught it in stride and had room to get to the marker, and that's all they needed.
Now you get Arrowhead in these second and short situations, and opens up that playbook just a little bit more.
Sure does.
Duranzo taking the snap.
Not quite,
across the 45, picks up the first bank first down. So Duranzo, a little change of pace as Kujawa finally brought him down, but not before he picked up the first down at his own 47-yard line. You can look at that, Greg Mailing and his coaching staff on that Arrowhead sideline.
Appears that Duranzo is not as quick as Milky, but he's got a little more power. He's a little bit bigger.
He's got Yeager in the backfield. They'll go twins left and right here. On first down, they'll let the quarter run out. Fourth quarter set to come up here, and we've got a great one brewing here in Merton tonight. As Heartland Arrowhead, the Warhawks, lead Waukesha West 13-7, headed to the fourth on a special Friday night edition of Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's. Six-point ball game as we get set to start our fourth quarter here. Pfeiffer Memorial Field, Taraska Stadium. Duranzo, the quarterback, will hand it off. Yeager trying the right side, and Yeager brought down just shy of midfield, right in the hands of Cody Kujawa, who has been busy here in this second half.
Yeah, he has. That was a good tackle. Held him under about 3 yards on first down here.
I'll put Finko here to the near side, along with Miller, lined up in a slot. Oh, snap, able to pick it up. They fire it out to Miller, makes the catch inside the 45 and down to the 43-yard line, close to another first bank first down here for Arrowhead. Drew Rhodes, been busy tonight. Rhodes able to make the tackle on Miller.
Well, Arrowhead runs this play extremely well, even with a fumbled snap like that. They block it. One thing their receivers do is they all block.
And they'll move the chains, enough for a first bank first down. Again, thanks to First Bank Financial Center, sponsoring our first downs again this season. Arrowhead moving the ball here. Duranzo at quarterback. Yeager powers it right up the middle inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. And this is, again, where Arrowhead, because they don't have many two-way players, they can start to grind you down just with that power run up the middle. Nick Radloff in on the tackle.
Yeah, that's true. And they're getting into four-down territory here, and that's very difficult to keep them from getting 10 yards in 4 plays.
Duranzo wants to throw, completes to Finko here on the near side. He'll be ushered out at the Arrowhead sideline. Once again, Kujawa was right there. Short gain. Finko, 3 catches tonight for Ricky Finko, the senior.
They're so good at that play, it's almost like a sweep pass, because they get it out there so quickly and get it blocked so well.
Finko and Miller here to the near side. Yeager the single back. Duranzo, the quarterback, replacing Milky on this drive. Facing a 3rd and 4 here. Critical down. Duranzo will keep it. Follows his blocker, and he'll be stacked up short of the first down. Turned away at the 35-yard line. The West defense was ready, led by Drew Rhodes. Who else?
Well, I'm pretty sure the Arrowhead will go for it. They could punt, I suppose, and back them up as far as they can from the goal line, but I think they have enough confidence in their offense that they're...
Well, they'll go for it here on 4th down. 4th and 2. Miller and Finko split here to the near side. Yeager now lined up in a slot.
Empty
3
backfield.
Receivers, empty backfield. They'll toss it out to Miller.
Oh,
makes the catch. I don't think he got there.
Depends on the mark. Fisher got knocked out of bounds. We'll see if he had a good mark.
Waukesha West and Alex Andrasky able to turn away Arrowhead here on a critical 4th down.
Wow. It wasn't by much. You can't be blocked by a lot of the players, but I don't know if the ball got across that yard line.
So West will get it back here, trailing by 6 early here in the 4th.
Well, this is what West wanted right here. They have decent field position. They have time on their side. All they need is to score and get an extra point, and they find themselves in the lead.
McCudden and
Sounds easy
Fort
from up here.
working the offset eye. They'll toss it to Fort. Short side. Spins out of one tackle, but can't fight his way out of the second.
Well, that play's been effective, but not into the sideline. He needs more room to get out and operate.
Seitz was there on the cleanup. Well, CW18 is kicking off the new fall season with the biggest names in music on the 2-night broadcast event of the iHeartRadio Music Festival. It's this Monday and Tuesday starting at 7 on my 24 sister station CW18. Loss of 1 in the play, second down 11 upcoming. Blount wants to throw it out. Gets him out in space. That's Rhodes, and nothing doing there as Arrowhead quickly recovers. Keeps it to a minimal gain of 1 back to the original line of scrimmage. Billy Hirschfield again getting up the field, make the stop.
I'd go down the field to Sharnick again. That play is there. He's got the speed and the size. That's easy for me to say. I'm not trying to second guess Coach Rux, but it's just something that to me it's there, and I think they need to try to exploit it more than they have.
3rd and 10. 35-yard line of the Wolverines. Twins left and right. Single back is Fort. Blount with time over the middle. Rhodes had it through his hands and it's picked off. 4th interception tonight by the Arrowhead defense. And this time coming up with it, I believe, was Tommy Eggert. Eggert on the pick that time as we take another look.
Well, that was a well-thrown ball. It was in traffic, but it was a catchable ball. Not a little bit high. I take that back. Maybe a little. It would have been a great catch. Yeah, he was able to get his hands on it, but not enough to deflect it far enough away.
4 picks tonight by the Arrowhead secondary.
Yeah, and they're in position. That's why they get the picks. They're all in where they're supposed to be.
Tommy Eggert, 6-foot senior, on the interception.
Okay, defense needs to make a play here now. They need to get the ball back.
And Duranzo remains at quarterback, wants to throw. They're going for the home run, looking for Finko near side. Jump ball, lost it on the way down, incomplete. Going for a jump ball here on the outside. And Finko, as he got his hand on the ball, tried to bring it back down, lost control, as it was Andrasky on the coverage. Had a hand on it, just couldn't gather it in.
It would have been a great catch, but they got to give the defense credit too. He was there step for step.
2nd and 10. 39-yard line of the Warhawks. Duranzo back to the near side, throws it incomplete. Looking for Nick Peterson. First time looking that way for Peterson, the 6'3 senior, overthrown. Ben Milzer out there defensively.
Now that's interesting. They Arrowhead got the ball back and they run 2 pass plays here, stop the clock, not running much time off. And now they find themselves with 3rd and 10, which is something they certainly can get.
So looking to the sideline, we'll get the play signaled in, and they'll check it off those wristbands. Yeager will roll to his left. Miller and Finko split out here the near side. Duranzo under pressure, steps up, going over the middle, looking for Miller, and it's incomplete, just over his fingertips, as both he and Peterson were out there in the route. And Miller could not come up with it, and quickly, 4th down here for Arrowhead.
Yeah, they probably didn't run off more than 30 seconds in that series right there. So West is going to get the ball back with enough time to go down and get what they need to win.
Marguth, his 3rd punt tonight. The dangerous Drew Rhodes standing at the 20-yard line. Tyson Chimera now will drop back as well. Nearly blocked on the rush that time by Radloff. They'll let it roll out of bounds.
And a West bounce, too.
Yep, bounced and curled back at the 29-yard line. So West, all things considered, gets it in good field position here, trailing by 6. Again, a reminder that Thursday Night Lights, presented by Wendy's, available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on our Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from tonight's game, as well as all of our season games, right here on my24milwaukee.com. 1st and 10. Wolverines at their own 29. Fort trying to get to the outside. Gets to the 30, bounces off a tackle out to the 35-yard line. Elijah Fort.
Yeah, he earned that one.
Little springboard action that time off the initial tackle. Able to pick up 5 more off initial contact.
You know, he's for a guy with his kind of speed, he has power, a little more power than you would expect. He's got very good balance.
That's Rudiman here. Bounces off
nice
of
hit,
Rudiman.
but you got to wrap him up.
And it was
good
finally.
Good back's not going to go down with the shoulder.
That's right. No, you got to completely wrap him up. Off of Rudiman, and then Hessler finally got him down. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Fort again with running room. Fort breaks it on. Nearly broken across the 45 as he was tripped up there. He had plenty of green ahead of him. Tommy Eggert with the shoelace tackle.
Yeah, he was one step away from going the distance here.
We had that 59-yard touchdown run late in that ball game against McWanago several weeks back here on my-24.
You know, it is possible that the Arrowhead defense is getting a little tired. They're not used to playing late into games, and they've been on the field the whole second half.
Blount will toss it out to Fort. Fort struggles out to midfield. Gain of about 2 on the play for Elijah Fort. Matt Seitz, busy man tonight with the tackle. Seitz his 8th tackle.
There's that little toss where you just head outside, stretch the defense, find a gap, and get into it. Arrowhead did a really good job of skating out there and keeping that play under control.
2nd and 8 for Waukesha West. 6:35 remaining. They trail by 6. With that missed extra point come back into play here tonight. Blount with plenty of time. Everybody covered. Blount gets it downfield, just throws it away. Coverage that time by the Arrowhead defense. Blount with no one to throw to.
Yeah, I think they had the mismatch they wanted down the sideline. He just didn't, I think a play action pass that holds the defense in a little bit. They could get that receiver open one-on-one down the sideline.
Head coach and quarterback get the play together. Third and 8.
Well, this is huge here.
Yep. Twins left and right. Single back is Fort. Blount
step up
under pressure now, scrambling, dumps it off, looking for Fort. His safety valve and couldn't handle it, incomplete. May have gotten a hand on it, was the defender Tyler Marguth.
Looks like Andy Hessler might have got out there to cover that. Somebody with a 0, 40.
And Steve Rux, I believe, going to punt here. Turn it back over to the hands of his defense, hope to get the football back. Finko and Miller will stand deep. As Ben Milzer does all the kicking here, gets a low snap. He gathers this one in, a nice high spiraling kick. Miller will let it bounce, and it will go out of bounds near the 5-yard line. If you needed a play, that's what you needed right there from your punter. And Milzer delivered. Able to knock that one out of bounds at the 5-yard line. 6:03 remaining in a 6-point ball game here. It's been everything we advertised and more here tonight.
Well, Steve Rux has said that Milzer's the best punter that he's ever had a chance to coach, and he proved it right there with a coffin corner kick, as they say.
Gain of 5 on the play that opens things up just a little bit here.
That Arrowhead offensive line is interesting. They got the 2 big tackles in the big center, and then they have the smaller guards in between them. Gabe Morris is only 210, and Mike Olson is only 220 compared to the other guys who are in the 290, 300 area.
2nd and 5 from the 10-yard line. This time it's Duranzo with the fake out across the 15, out to the 20-yard line. 10-yard pickup, an excellent fake on the option that time. Rhodes and Milzer finally brings him down. Jonathan Duranzo, the sophomore, at quarterback here the last 2 drives for Arrowhead.
Well, that was a great fake. I kind of lost track of the ball myself, and that's what they needed to get some room to operate.
From their own 20-yard line, a first bank first down here for Arrowhead. Time and enemy here, 5:15 to go.
Yeah, West can't afford to give them, I don't think, any more first downs.
Yeager again spinning off a tackle at the 20 out to the 25-yard line. Another pickup of 5 for Yeager.
Yeah, that was a good run. He did spin out of a tackle there and then get an extra 2 or 3 yards.
Dyson Chimura making the stop. Another 5-yard rip though. 2nd and 5 upcoming. Ball at the 25-yard line. Movement up
we got some help there.
Right guard Mike Olson rocking out of his stance, a 6'2 sophomore.
Well, West needs to take advantage of this if they expect to win here. I think they need to get a stop, get the ball back, and give it their best shot.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Warhawks at their own 20-yard line. The Wolverines will rush 3 here. Put 3 on the line of scrimmage. And Yeager pulls his way forward, gets those 5 plus 1 more right back.
Yep, he did.
Off the bottom of that pile was Hippus along with Konowalski for the Wolverines, but now a critical 3rd down, 3rd and 4 upcoming here for Arrowhead. All at their own 26-yard line.
I think Duranzo will keep it again. He'll have good fake. That's been the most effective play for him.
Timeout.
West.
West will take a timeout. We'll take a break as well. An exciting finish shaping up here at Heartland Arrowhead tonight. 3:48 remaining, a 6-point ball game. Shaping up to be a great finish here. 3:48 of 13-7. Critical 3rd down here for the Warhawks at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, this is probably going to make it or break it for West. They only have 1 timeout left, so they can't stop the clock. If they get a first down, they're
looking for Finko on a circle route, and it's out of bounds, incomplete. No chance to make the catch there, and the Wolverines come up big. Abrian Dunson Lilly out there on the coverage with Finko.
Well, I think they thought that Finko could get position, and it was a high percentage pass to the boundary, where Arrowhead gets it or nobody gets it, but the problem is Arrowhead couldn't get it either.
So West with an opportunity here as Marguth will punt this one away.
West needs to field this punt unless it's a short one. Keep field position.
Marguth. Kick it to Rhodes, takes it his own 44 out to the 46-yard line. Just a 2-yard return for Rhodes, brought down by Cody Selhausen on special teams for the Warhawks. My 24 is my place for sports. If you're looking for more football, we've got it for you. Don't miss East Carolina versus North Carolina. ACC football tomorrow morning at 11 right here on My 24. First and 10 Wolverines at their own 45-yard line. Blount will give to Fort. And Fort bounces off a tackle. Fort inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. An 11-yard pickup and a first down for Elijah Fort. Did it all on his own there. Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, defensive coordinators over at Arrowhead telling their linebackers they have got to shed the block, telling the defensive backs to not look in the backfield. You know what, don't look in the backfield, get caught on something long. Really upset with their linebackers right now.
Well, they've found something with Ford here in this second half, trying to get him in on the tosses and get him into space on the outside, Dick, as well.
Yeah, well, West line, you got to give credit to the West line. They have got the front three under control, and they're getting to the second level. And that's why the linebackers are having a problem.
Time Fort got back up, was not down.
Yeah.
Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You're saying it.
Seeing Buckner there on the stop. 149 yards rushing tonight for Elijah Fort.
Bredesen thought he had a fumble there.
See, that knee did not go down.
The whistle blew, though. That killed it.
So 2nd and 11 here.
Right.
Blount will work from the gun. McCudden on a wing right side. Fort the single back. Fake to Rhodes and a little hitch and go. And they try and go to Sharnick. Going up, makes the catch at the 20-yard line. No signal yet.
I think the offense gets it a tie.
So West will retain possession here. Tie goes to the offensive player, and Chase Sharnick going up for the jump ball, able to hang on to it as we take another look.
Here. I think Sharnick had the ball first, and Reutemann was able to wrestle it away on the way down.
Two defenders back there. And
yeah, I think Sharnick had it.
Sharnick came down with it, it would appear. So Wolverine ball at the Arrowhead 19-yard line. Fort diving forward right side, gets it down to the 18-yard line, a pickup of 1. Hirschfield was there, along with Cian Buckner.
Get him out in space on the outside. That's where he does his most damage.
Minute 40 remaining. West trailing by 6, but in the red zone here.
This is where West misses Marcus Kelly at one of their tight ends. They're playing without a tight end here.
Lunt.
That's
throw it up for a toss. It's up for grab. It is intercepted down the far sideline with it. And out to the 28-yard line on the pick. It is Reutemann, Charlie Reutemann, with the jump ball interception.
Now that ball is thrown up for grabs. Blount was off balance. Great play by Charlie Reutemann. And it gets a little escort down the sideline right there, and that's probably the old ball game right there.
5 interceptions thrown by Waukesha West here tonight, 4 of them by Blount. And Reutemann with the play of the game with 1:16 remaining may have saved a victory here for Arrowhead. West with just 1 timeout. They can only stop the clock once here. So turnovers, as you mentioned, Dick, tonight we're going to play a part in this ball game, and it certainly has. Reutemann with the huge interception here late. And now we got a flag down as they try and get in victory formation here.
Probably encroachment on the alignment. West has 1 timeout. They'll call it, if they're going to use it, they'll call it after this first play, and then it'll be, Arrowhead still gets 3 more snaps.
It's a procedure call on Arrowhead.
I don't think they're too worried about that. The clock is the enemy now, not the Wolverines.
They can only stop it once. Arrowhead on the verge of going to 4-0 in Classic 8 play, 5-1 overall. Waukesha West would absorb their first loss of the year.
This would be one of those what could have been type of games after we go back and look at the video.
West electing not to take the timeout here. That's a helpless feeling when you're
It
on
really
that other
is.
sideline.
There's not anything you can do. You can stop it once, but right now it doesn't appear that they're even going to do that because they won't have time unless they do it right now. And then you still won't have time.
They're just going to look to the back judge to let him count it down.
And he's not counting, so.
They'll take the knee. West will take their final timeout. There is a penalty marker down too, and don't want to see the sportsmanship get marred here late. This has been a hard-fought game on both sides, and hate to see the extracurricular activities take away from what has been an exciting ball game here tonight.
Well, I think there's probably a little frustration on the part of Waukesha West. This is a game that to a great extent, they kind of handed it to Arrowhead, and Arrowhead decided, okay, I guess we'll take it. Arrowhead gave them a chance to get back in the game. They played a very good second half until about the last 4 minutes here, and then
that's a severe personal foul as the player has been ejected for throwing a punch. Hate to be that player that has to walk past Coach Rux.
Plus he has to sit out next week.
Yep.
That's a WIAA rule, not can't see the number there. 66.
That will be Brett Rux, no relation, 6'3", 255, the senior. Who
spelled differently.
May have been the guilty party there.
Well, he's the guy who walked off the field. I don't want to indict him if it wasn't him, but that appeared to be.
So the officials still sorting this one out. Everything's set now. We'll walk off the yardage. Take one more look here. Bottom right of the pile.
Well, it's obvious. Here's the thing. It's obvious
right
that
left hand, left hook that time.
Yeah, it's obvious that Arrowhead is running the clock out, and West is choosing not to stop it. And that means West should back off. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion.
Now they'll snap it, take the knee, and Arrowhead will walk off with a victory here tonight. The Warhawks in front of a capacity homecoming crowd here tonight as they celebrate the 20th anniversary of the first state championship team in '93, also being honored here tonight. And the Warhawks walk off with the 13-7 victory over their arch rivals, Waukesha West. The Warhawks take control now of that Classic 8 conference at 4-0. The only undefeated team in play, as both Catholic Memorial and Waukesha South were sitting a game behind coming into play tonight at 2-1.
Well, Arrowhead has played all the top teams, and West still has to play Catholic Memorial.
That'll be in week 9, a home contest, last game of the regular season at home for Waukesha West when they will get Catholic Memorial. A final here tonight, Arrowhead 13, Waukesha West 7. Back with our post-game report right after this on My 24. Well, in a game that went right down to the wire. Charlie Riedemann, his second interception of the ball game with just over a minute left, saves the victory for Heartland Arrowhead here tonight as the Warhawks defeat the Waukesha West Wolverines 13-7 to go to 4-0 in the conference, 5-1 overall. Waukesha West now at 5-1 overall, and they fall to 3-1 in Classic 8 play. And the turnovers tonight just too much to overcome for Waukesha West.
It was, and in a big game like this with two evenly matched teams, turnovers usually are the difference. And unfortunately, they just no way they could overcome it. They made a valiant effort the second half, I'll have to say that. But they met the enemy, and it was them. They couldn't keep the ball.
Let's head downstairs to Mike McGivern and Terry for the football presentation.
Hey guys, normally the coach is standing here, and Greg said, no, take 28, man. He certainly had a big game. He's our player of the game as well. Charlie, 2 picks, big pick at the end. We're going to give you the game ball here in a minute, but I'll tell you what, homecoming, Riley's watching, all that. He's got a date. Her name's Riley. Hey, these boys say she's real cute, so well done. Nice game, man.
Yeah, thank you. It was a team effort, and we just came out here. We focused all week and all practice, and obviously it showed off and paid off.
So that last pick, that's a big pick. They're trying to go over the top a little bit on you, and you see that coming the whole way, or what?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm taught to just keep backpedaling and stuff from Coach Lodi and stuff, but I couldn't have done it without Sam. Sam came off the edge, and he just made the quarterback throw a lob, and I just came there, and I guess I did good.
Picked it and gone. I'll tell you what, Terry Gordon, he's the general manager of My 24, wants to give you guys the ball.
Congratulations, guys. Great game tonight. You put on a tremendous show. Yeah, thank you very much.
There you go, boys. Get it going.
Mike and Terry hustle out of that. What a game here tonight. Arrowhead with a 13-7 win, and Riedemann with a pair of picks tonight. Also Andy Hessler with 2 interceptions tonight. Wolverines throwing 5 interceptions tonight.
Right.
And
they only lost by 6 points.
Only lost by 6 points. So they kept it in the ball game, particularly in the second half. Boy, they came out with the third quarter with a purpose. At one point, Arrowhead with just 6 plays in the second half offensively, and Wolverines dominating that second half of play. Unfortunately, unable to dominate the scoreboard here tonight. 13-7, your final. We'll take a final break and come back with a final word here from the beautiful Pfeiffer Memorial Field in Taraska Stadium right after this on My 24. 6-point victory tonight for the Arrowhead Warhawks, 13-7 over Waukesha West. The Warhawks now 5-1 on the season. Their only blemish, the loss to Homestead a few weeks back, but they are undefeated in Classic 8 conference play, now at 4-0. Wolverines suffered their first loss. They're 5-1, 3-1 in league play. Time now to pick our Players of the Game award, and we'll start first with Waukesha West. Really no surprise here.
Yeah, Elijah Fort, without him, they would not have been in it in the second half. And he's a very dynamic player. I think he's the best running back that I've seen this year, and I think he showed what he can do when he had a chance in the second half and had some room to run. There's a little toss play they started running the second half. He gets outside and gets a crack. He can get in that crack and force the play and get some extra yards with his power, and he's got more power than a 190-pounder probably should have.
So Elijah Fort from Waukesha West, and Mike kind of stole our thunder there for the Arrowhead player of the game tonight.
Well, it could have, we had 2 guys that had 2 interceptions, but Charlie Reutemann had this one here in the first half. It was a little controversial, but he made a great play on it, had both feet down. But he made the one at the end of the game that really counted. Not a good pass by Connor Blount, and he had to go up and get it. He had some help down there. And take a good look at it right there. That's you can see he's a great athlete. He's got balance, very good in the air, and that's all she wrote right there.
So Charlie Reutemann, our Arrowhead player of the game. Next Thursday, back on Thursday Night Lights, presented by Wendy's. It's a city conference showdown. The Washington Pergolders take on the Riverside Tigers. That's next Thursday night, starting at 7, right here on My 24. For Mike McGivern, Kara, Dick Basham, Terry Kelly, and our entire My 24 crew, John Weiser saying thank you for tuning in to Thursday Night Lights presented by Wendy's on My 24. See you next Thursday.
All right.